Woo! Vindication! Because in my latest video about the 2020 Supra being swapped with a 2JZ, I got a lot of comments from some of the folks out there who said, "Oh, Eric, it's a rendering. It's a stolen rendering. It's not even CX's design. It's not real. It's never going to happen. The car isn't even out yet." Yeah, car's not out yet. But guess what? It's already been swapped with a 2JZ, and it really happened, and it's not a rendering. Vindication. Okay. So it was only a matter of time. And Brian Silvestro is totally right. It was only a matter of time. And I will say this before we jump into the 2JZ swap actually in itself, and I'll show you some pictures. These are really cool pictures. The look of it is growing on me more when you add some ground effects to it. You put the big wing on it. You widen the rear fenders a little bit, and you lower it, put some ground effects on it, and you look at the new profile. Once you've done all these things, you look at the new profile, it looks like a retro update to the Supra, which actually looks really pretty good, in my opinion. Not super convinced on the grille look itself, but it's getting better when you add all these components to it. So let's jump in. Here we go. And by the way, little call out, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It really helps me out. And don't forget to hit the like button, or as some of the other YouTubers say, smash the like button. So anyway, got to join the crowd, I guess. So anyway, it was only a matter of time before someone stuffed the 2JZ into the 2020 Supra, and it was this man, Daigo Saito. And I apologize if I if I screwed that up royally. Daigo Saito, I believe, is the person's name. Anyway, if you, in my opinion, if you are taking a car, turning it 45 degrees, and then going sideways with it, you gain my respect, especially when you're driving a 1,000 horsepower car in a controlled drift. You get my respect. So, yeah, so he's expected to make 800 horsepower with a D1 GP All-Star shootout at the D1 GP All-Star shootout in March 23rd. So that is less than 2 weeks away, which means he's got some work to do. But he's also got a custom wide body kit, a big wing, and a new bumper, which in my opinion, makes it so much better looking. So let's get we can go down to the profile photo here. Here we go. So let's skip ahead. Before we jump, let's jump into the profile photo. There it is. Okay, there it is. And in my opinion, looks a lot better. Okay, it looks a lot better. It looks like a retro styling of a new car. It's retro, not retrofitted, but kind of a modern update to the old 90s MK4 Supra. So I think it looks really good. It's kind of where it should have been. Should have come with ground effects. Should have come with a front splitter and a wing on the back. I mean, I think you can start to see the shape start to really come into its own, not what it was before. And the rumor was, as my understanding, is that Toyota, again, it's a rumor, that Toyota wanted to keep the inline six heritage, so they didn't have one, and they went to BMW because they already had one, and then BMW said, okay, you can use it. And Toyota wanted to keep the heritage going with that inline six situation, but in reality just kind of flubbed the whole thing and kind of made a mockery of the whole Supra badge, in my opinion. But I think it looks a lot better with the ground effects, though. This body kit, I think it really starts to pull things together in that retro update look to it. So now, to be fair, this body, this Supra that this guy has is probably a prototype body in white. Okay, is usually what they call these things. It's a bare shell, and what they do is they gut the entire thing, take everything that is not necessary, and then replace everything with really beefy stuff to really withstand the abuse that is drifting. And it is abuse. They abuse the crap out of these cars for our amusement, and it's fairly amusing. So the radiator's been moved to the back, which is a fairly standard thing to do in drift cars. And if you want to see a really cool drift car being built, check out Donut Media, where Mike Field built his Corvette. So those of you who might say, well, this is not a real Supra, it's a race car. It's a real Supra. They just changed it. They took the body and the shell and the configuration, and then took out everything that's not important, and then stuffed in all the stuff that was important. So there's the radiator. You can see the cage and door panels and that sort of thing. So it really is a Supra, probably what we call a body in white, which is a stripped down version with no engine, transmission, running gear, etc. But here it is. There's your car. Okay. It's actually in there. It's not a rendering. It's a real thing. So for those of you who came in and said, "Oh, Eric, that CX racing thing's not real. The car's not even out yet." They're not even going to do it. That's dumb. It's expensive. You would never, that's never going to happen. It was just to get attention, and they stole the rendering. Well, guess what? Already happened. Too late. Vindication. Okay. So you can tell they had to hack up the body a little bit to fit the fender flares and the big wide tires, and you got to get the big smoke going. But I do like the new version, and there it is. It is legit. It is actually in the car. It's not a mock-up. It's not anything else. It is legitimately in there and in place. And you can see that this is the back of it, and they did remove a significant amount of bodywork, probably because they knew it was going to get smashed up anyway, so they had a body kit that they can mass produce quickly, and then when they smash it up, they can, slap it back together and whatever they were going to do with it. But he's got this video of rendering. The rendering of the body kit doesn't, it's kind of got this Rocket Bunny RWB kind of look to it, which it's kind of popular nowadays, where it looks like you've kind of, pop riveted this body kit onto the car, which back in my day used to be a sign of you didn't finish the bodywork. But I get it. I get where they're going with it. It's meant to be kind of, aggressive, and I do like that rear wing. I think it looks awesome. But when you start looking at the profile, you start seeing remnants of the old Supra, which is, I think, what everybody was wanting. They were wanting a modern update of the old MK4, which this really isn't. But I think they're a heck of a lot closer now than they were before. This is right on par, I think, with where it should have been to begin with, in the looks department and, well, frankly, the engine department as well. The rendering is neat, but I think it's a drift car. It's a drift car. It is what it is. So I'm not gonna come down too hard on the guy. I mean, he's clearly he's happy. Look at him. I mean, he's drifting for a living, so hey, he's doing something right in life, right? But there it is. And I went to his Instagram page, and boom, it's in place. It's not a rendering. It's not a mock-up. It is literally in place, and it looks like they're wiring it. You've got some wires exposed here, and they've plumbed it for the turbos and the oiling system and intake and all this good jazz. So it looks like it's going to be functional, and apparently on March 23rd, he's going to go race it at D1GP, which is going to be dope. By the way, I'm trying to bring it back. So, hey, for all the people that said it wouldn't happen, it happened before the car came out. So, again, feel vindicated. I feel great. If you haven't had a chance, please subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out a lot. Smash the like button if you would prefer. That would be great. Otherwise, I'm out. Have a good one.